Okay, so good day to everyone listening. My name is Yana Isabel Sagritalo, and I'm here to present to you my learning task 1 for engaging a classroom of diverse learners for the course MST 101B in the section AB3. So in this table, kinompile ko na po dito yung lahat ng observations na ginawa ko throughout the following weeks and days. So nag-observe ako noong February 20, February 24, and February 26. So because of confusion on the scheduling on February 20, nadoble ko po yung observation ko for Math 2 for the same teacher, Lubguban AA. Nevertheless, may iba't ibang types of diversity pa rin naman po ako na na-observe doon na nilagay ko din sa mismong presentation nito. Going back, ang mga section or mga grades po na na-observe ko nun is yung 10 Nara, 11 Bagtikan, 11 Almon, and 17 Dalo. And yung mga subjects nga po is, like I said, yung SH Math 2, but we also have English 10 and Literature 7. And in this table, kinompile ko na din yung mga teacher na pinag-observan ko and the times in which I've observed them. So for the types of observation, classify ko po siya into 3 types, which is the tangible diversity, intangible diversity, and inherent diversity. For the tangible diversity, define ko po siya as the differences that are physical or can be perceived by touch. Nandito yung learning environment, learning materials, and learning tools. We also have personal items and the appearance. So through this, I'm speaking in terms of the teacher and the students themselves. And firstly, yung learning environment. Dito ko po classify yung the type of classroom layout or how the classroom is set up po for the comfort or for the convenience of the class. So, nandito yung nandito yung kung paano naka-arrange yung mga chairs or kung paano naka-arrange yung TV or yung mga boards para mas maging convenient para for everyone yung learning experience. So dito sa furthest left side sa literature 7 na pinag-observan ko, the chairs were arranged in a way na magkakasama po in a circle yung mga students based on their groups. And doon naman po sa mga ibang classrooms na napag-observan ko is naka-standard classroom layout lang po sila. Pero yung different type of pero there's also a difference in kung paano kung paano naka-set up yung unahan, which is kung meron ba silang TV, kung meron ba silang whiteboard and blackboard. And dito sa learning environment na 'to, dito din natin napapansin if kung gaano ba talaga na-u-utilize yung mga learning tools na ginagamit ng mga teachers. So if gumagamit pa sila ng PPT, meron ba silang mga instructional tools na printed and or nagbo-board works pa sila and gumagamit pa sila ng whiteboard para magsulat. So ayun yung mga different types of diversities that I've noticed in the learning environment. So going back, meron din dito yung learning materials and learning tools. So yung learning materials basically is yung mga types of stationery na ginagamit ng mga people in the classroom. So kung gumagamit pa sila ng tablets or notebooks to take notes, if they're using pens or pencils, if they're using a correction tape or an eraser or a whiteout pen. So yung mga different types of diversities, yung mga simple things like that, is mapapansin pa rin talaga natin yung mga differences in how the people conduct themselves in the classroom. And finally, yung mga learning tools. Like I've said earlier, if gumagamit sila ng PPTs or mga handouts, things like that. Second is yung mga personal items. So, in the classrooms that I've observed, of course, may mga differences pa rin dun sa mga gamit mismo ng mga tao in the classroom. Sin the simplest things such as their bags or such as the tumblers they use, syempre magkakaiba sila. So, I consider that as a type of diversity. Nandito din if may gumagamit ba sila ng backpacks, shoulder bags, messenger bags, or naka-tote bag. Yung mga simpleng bagay na yun, and their differences can be considered a diversity. And lastly, yung appearance. Dito sa appearance and the tangible diversity, define ko siya as something na students or the people can change. So their hairstyles and the way they accessorize themselves or the way they style themselves. So kung gumagamit pa sila ng lanyard, kung meron ba silang hair accessories, kung may makeup pa sila, or the types of uniforms or the types of clothes na sinuot nila nung araw na yun. So next is the intangible diversity, which is the differences in immaterial things or differences in attitude. Dito yung learning behavior and interaction. So, sa learning behavior lang naman, dito ko napansin yung differences or yung diversity in how the students are motivated to participate in the classroom. So, kasi hindi naman lahat is eager na mag-participate in the board works. Pero, some some are eager, some are not so eager, pero yung iba ayaw talaga. So, 'di ba that's a type of diversity in of itself. Yung attitude nila, kung motivated ba sila mag-aral or kung paano nila nare-receive yung information na binibigay sa kanila sa pagtuturo. And of course, nandito din yung interaction, kung casual ba sila or more lighthearted sila nakikipag-usap sa fellow peers nila, and kung mas formal and yung mas formal way nila ng pag-i-interact sa teacher. Of course, meron ding silver lining kung saan both can exist at the same time, kung saan casual, formals, kaya nilang kaya ng mga students na makipag-interact sa teacher nila casually while also still being respectful because of the lighthearted environment na na-create sa classroom na yun. And lastly is yung inherent diversity, which is the differences in traits that a person was born or grew up with. So nandito yung language, which is yung paggamit ng Filipino and English in a classroom setting, in conversations and learning, pero nandun din yung mathematical language na specifically ginagamit sa pagtuturo at sa pag-learn ng math. Nandun din yung gender identity, kung saan what a person identifies themselves as. And finally, yung appearance. Nandito yung mga types of differences in a person's appearance na hindi talaga nila ma-change. Yung mga features nila such as their heights, their skin colors, at saka yung age or like yung youngness or yung oldness na na-represent ng kanilang sarili. And for my analysis, school diversity helps create an inclusive and enriching learning environment for students, promoting both personal and academic growth. Acknowledging and celebrating diversity goes beyond representation and also involves fostering understanding, empathy, and respect among students and educators. So, according to Salazar 2024, a classroom's diversity can be compared to that of a vibrant ecosystem, wherein a thriving ecosystem is made up of resilience by learning from the strengths of each other. So, mako-compare talaga natin ang diversity ng classroom to a vibrant ecosystem because both of them contain many different parts that interact and support each other to create a healthy environment. So, mga differences na bring ng mga each student from their environments, their cultures, their experiences, whenever they bring that in a classroom setting, doon nagkakaroon ng diversity kung saan nag-learn from each other yung mga students and even the teachers themselves. And through that, dito papasok yung reflection ko na pinopromote ng diversity these 4 points. Yung unity, empathy, roundedness, and equality. Unity because it fosters teamwork, empathy because it builds respect and understanding, roundedness or all-round or becoming an all-rounder because of the holistic learning through different sources, and finally, yung equality by normalizing and bringing light to the underrepresented. So, because of diversity, these 4 parts come into play kung saan um, kung saan since may iba't ibang klase ng tao in a single classroom, makikita natin yung mga differences na yon, and and instead of fighting against those differences, ang ginagawa ng classroom is nag-a-adapt sila sa mga differences na yon. At sa pag-adapt nila sa mga differences na yon, dito na nga nabubuo yung unity, yung empathy, yung roundedness, and yung equality. Kung saan, lalo nga lang nagiging strong yung environment. Mas magiging vibrant yung ecosystem nila kasi because of the way na mas nagiging enriching yung learning at saka yung mas nagiging positive yung nagiging learning experience ng lahat. So, for that, these are my references and these are the pictures that I took with permission, of course, um, nung nag-present po ako. And these are my observation logs for a more in-depth um, notes that I took on each class that I've observed. And that's all. Thank you for listening.